Hello everyone, Chino here. As you know always, if you want to subscribe, you can check the cats on any of the sites and like the video if you want to help me. So let's begin. Now this will be a video about the last build that we got this past week. It was like I think in Thursday or Friday depending on country. So let's check it. Now there are of course some changes that are not here. I will talk about them. So now, as you know, Subletly had a kidney that was like AoE around the target that doesn't exist anymore. As you can see here, Stunning Secret has been removed. Estileto Staccato was already removed, but it was still in the back end data, maybe because they wanted to see if they would introduce it maybe later, and they have decided to just end it all. Airborne Irritant was the AoE blind that was outlaw. Now it's in our normal tree. You can see here it's this one, Airborne Irritant. Now it's here. Makes giving other talents that got changed. I will talk also about them a little bit. And that will make, as it says, blind, have reduced duration and reduced cooldown. It also pairs really well with blackjack, because now when you AoE blind, then they do reduce damage and healing. So if there is any mob that can be blinded and then heals or something like that, it's kind of good. Now Mark for Death has died. It was interesting, let's say, a little bit underpowered in all fronts, kind of. With deeper stratagem existing, it's just too strong. You get one additional combo point. It was effectively 23% stronger, that combo point. Then Mark for Death at best was 15%. The only thing that it kinda did with Subtlety is it worked with Rupture, so it was not as bad, but still had a high cooldown and not good duration. As for Assassination, you can see some changes here. That said, they upgraded the Forced bonus by a lot. Spatter was also upgraded. Dashing Scoundrel, it's now 1-pointer, makes it way easier to just go down. Indiscriminate Carnage, instead of 3 seconds, it's 10 seconds. Cool change. Essence of Blood has a cap now of 20%, and it's easier to get to that cap. Now for Outlaw, they have lost Dreadblades, it's dead, or lucky. Crackshot has been nerfed, 25%, and Grand Melee has been a little bit, let's say, increased, because now it's all damage but 5, and Blade Flurry, 10% additional to nearby targets. It kind of stacks also with Precious Cuts and the other one that I forgot, Improved too. That makes it do better. Now, as you know, State Staccato doesn't exist. Goremo's Bite is now 45 seconds instead of 1 minute. It helps quite a bit actually, because in Dust we will have new timings with using Vanish and some things that help quite a bit, because sometimes you entered a dance and had Gormau exactly 15 seconds on cooldown. That will mean, of course, that you will use it a little bit later, something like that. For a build that don't use Dust or something, it will be a good change, because you will get at least 1 or 2 casts more over a 5-minute fight. Decent. That's a lot of extra energy. Remember that when you use Gormau's Might, you get 3 finishing moves that are completely free. And of course, as you know, our moves, that the finishers that we use 35 energy. That means that we get 70 energy right now, because there's a little bug. Like, let me show you. When you use Gormau's Bite, in that case, you would just get the energy. This time, I don't have it, but it's really easy to just check. You just put this here. See, you get 3, but then when you use an Eviscerate, you lose 2 stacks. There's still that little bug, a bit of annoying, but it is what it is. You still get at least that 70 energy, and of course it's going to get to 105 when they fix everything and get it that 105. It's kind of good to be able to do more things. It also helps in AoE if you take that, and secret technique has increased by 12%. It's just a strong damage buff. That means that we will just do more damage with secret technique. It got nerfed a bit because, as you knew, it was getting double dipped by Dark Brew, Deeper Daggers, and Veil Touch. Not anymore. Now, let's talk about the new new things. They are not explained in that post because that was a post a little bit later, but on the changes on the tree, I'm going to show it in game better than on here, because in game you can move talents better. So there have been some changes, as you already know. Now we have Airborne Irritant. It's here now. Most people are just going to put the point of Shift unless we need an Enrage Dispel. It helps because you can get 2 charges of Feint way easier. Other things haven't changed much in the general tree. The good talents are still good, and the bad talents, one of them has just died. Cold Blood still exists, it's there, and also the things have changed a little bit in PvP, but we are not going to focus on that. One change, at least for Subletly, that is really good, because as you know, Tornado is going to lose the interaction eventually with Shadow Blades. And if it doesn't lose interaction, we're just going to take Veil Touch off and put Tornado. As for those connections are these ones from here. It makes going for Swift Death actually a good and viable alternative. I will, and others will, check builds with Swift Death and see how they perform. From what I've heard, because I haven't had still the chance to play them extensively, some hours, it seems that it's a strong change, because if you have played Dust before, you know that you have those times when Symbols of Death is kind of close, but your other cooldowns are up. So those 5 seconds are going to be really good for at least Gormau and Sepsis. Not many things have changed apart from that. Shadowcraft still has quite a bit of problems with Shadow Blades, and our Shadow Techniques can still have some little munching with blades, but it is what it is, you know. With you talent Shadowcraft, you take that risk. Shadowcraft is not that bad, but of course, without simulations, we can't really know. So at least those were all the changes. I'm going to make further videos with new builds. I'm also going to make the AoE build and the normal build without, well, normal. The build without Shadow Dust that some people are playing. It's in Dark Brew, and, well, maybe not Dark Brew because it's actually quite weak now. But about that, if you want to know how the tier set works, you can watch my last video, because if you only check the description, it's not that easy to know. So I'll see you next video.